Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yash and today I'll be doing my go-to night out look, and if you want to learn how to achieve this, keep on watching. First, I'm going in with a hydrating primer. This is the 4th Ray Beauty Thirst Aid Hydrating Priming Moisturizer. So I'm just gonna put a few drops on this plate like so, and then I'm gonna use a fan brush to coat the fan brush really nicely, and I will apply this on the perimeter of my face. I'm gonna go into this e.l.f. putty primer and I'm just gonna use a little bit, and then this one I will just apply on my cheeks where I have more pores, and then apply it on my chin, upper lip, a little bit on my T-zone, just to get that more oil control kind of feel. And with the color corrector, I'm going to use this green color corrector. This is from LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in the shade Green Corrector, and I'm just going to apply this where I have redness. I wait for that to dry. I'm gonna go in with the orange color corrector, and this is again the same LA Girl Pro Conceal HD concealer in the shade Orange Corrector, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and go underneath my eyes just to hide the dark circles. Use this flat concealer brush. This one's from Morphe, and I'm just gonna tap out the orange color corrector underneath my eyes. What I did was I just took the same color corrector again and just applied it underneath my orange color corrector, so that when I blend out the orange, it won't be too red. So I'm just taking another like angled concealer brush, and I'm just gonna go blend out the green color corrector now. I'm gonna go in with a full coverage foundation. This is the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade 220 Natural Beige, and I'm just gonna take 2 pumps of this on the plate. You can take 1 pump. I just like a more full coverage effect, so I'm gonna take 2 pumps. I'm gonna go in with this flat foundation brush. You can see it's so thin, and I'm just going to first swirl the brush around into the foundation. Just get it like evenly everywhere like so, and then I'm going to paint my face. So I'm gonna go in swipes just on my cheeks and face, and then on the chin, take some more and go on the forehead. And I will just liberally paint my face with this. And then after that, what I'm going to do with the leftover is just gonna swipe it underneath my chin. And I'm gonna use a foundation brush, which is more densely packed, and just gonna start tapping in the foundation in my face. And then after tapping in on my face, I will just swirl it around my chin to my neck. Next, I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in the shade Vanilla Swirl 3.1B. And I'm just gonna take, because this concealer is very full coverage, I'm just gonna dot it in the inner part of my under eye, just like so. And go in with this Real Techniques Expert Concealer Brush in 210. And what I'm going to do is just gonna lightly tap the concealer and spread it out. Because this concealer is so full coverage, I will just keep on tapping it and spreading it out to the outer edge of the under eye, and just keep on tapping it until it blends out. I will also bring the concealer down my nose a little bit, just to make the blend more seamless. I'm gonna blend the other side now. You can see this concealer is very full coverage and really hid all my dark circles. Make sure that I have a more matte base. I'm gonna go with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus in matte, and I'm just gonna you have to shake this bottle really well, and then you have to spray the air, because you need to make sure your spray is not so concentrated in one area. And I will just quickly spray all over my face and just wait for this to dry. Plus to dry, I'm gonna go and prime my lids. I'm going to be using the MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre. I'm using this Morphe M224 brush to apply it. I love this brush for doing cut creases, for applying eye primers, and also carving out the brow bone. And I'm just tapping this in all over the lid space. The other side. I didn't set the concealer immediately. There's a little bit of creasing going on underneath my eyes. So what I like to do is use the Fix Plus, a very small beauty blender, or any beauty blender is fine. I just like to use the small tiny ones to make sure I get in the correct places. And I will just spray my beauty blender a few times and let it absorb to make sure I have a very crease-less under eye. What I like to do is just ready my powder puff. I'm going in with the Sephora mattifying pressed powder in the shade Medium 25 Beige, using a powder puff, just getting it quite liberally, and also tapping out the excess. So what I'm going to do, as soon as I finish blending out my creases, I'm going to go in with the powder puff. So I am going to blend out my crease by just tapping it very lightly. Going in with the powder puff and just tapping the powder on my face. It will become matte and creaseless. You see, still a little bit shiny and creasy, but over here is creaseless. For the rest of my face, I'm just gonna pick up the powder from the powder puff, coat the powder puff really well, and just gonna tap all over my face. And you can see this side is so matte and this is still glowy. I really like a matte finish, that's why I will do this. If you don't like matte finishes, that's totally fine. You can just leave the foundation as is. Just go in with the light translucent powder with a huge fluffy brush to keep the luminosity. Don't forget to set your chin. So for the chin, I will just go in with the large fluffy brush. And then just going to tap and then blend. The next step is I will bake. I'm using the JCat Beauty Luxe Pro powder in the shade Porcelain. This powder is amazing, but the only thing I don't like about it that it doesn't, this container is too small to like spread the powder evenly on the powder puff, so I have to put it on my hand. And then I will just take a few, just distribute it evenly in the powder puff, and I would just go in baking underneath my eyes, like in a reverse triangle kind of shape. I like to go in a little bit on the inner corner as well to reverse contour my nose. Go in with a little bit more. And then on the nose, on the side of my face, on the chin, upper lip, and on the smile lines. Smile lines I just like to go a little bit, not too heavy. And then for the rest of the powder, if there's any more leftover powder, I'll just pick it up in the powder brush, and then we will use the powder to dust off the bake. Now for the most exciting part, the eyes. I'm going to be using the NARS Cosmetics Extreme Effects eyeshadow palette, and the palette looks something like this, very neutral gold colors, and I will use this gold. I just feel like when I go for a night out, like a gold lid just is classic. First of all, I'm gonna remove the creases on my eyelid. I'm just gonna do that by tapping where the creases are with the eye primer brush. Now I'm gonna go with the Eco Tools angled crease brush, and this like huge fluffy crease brush, and I'm gonna go in with this shade. It's called I'm not gonna say the names because, as you know, NARS Cosmetics has a lot of like raunchy names for the shades, so I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna take in like this beige shade and just take it on the angled crease brush and just tap the excess. And what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna pack it in my crease. And I'm gonna dip again and then start blending circular motions upwards towards the brow bone, from the crease to the brow bone. And we're gonna do this slowly, section by section. I feel like if you focus like that, then you will have the most seamless blend in your eyeshadows. and I will just blend it up to the brow bone, and that is gonna be our transition color. You can use any blending brush. The main aim is to cover the crease area to the brow bone with the beige shade. I'm gonna do the other side off camera. I'm gonna use another tapered kind of fluffy brush. This is from Etude House. I don't think that you can get this anymore, but you can get any kind of like tapered fluffy brush. And then we're gonna go in with this burgundy shade. Yeah, and I'm just gonna take a little bit, tap off the axis, and we're just gonna focus this on the outer edge of your eyelid. So my trick is to open my eyelids and just place the shadow on the outer edge of the eyelid. Just keep on tapping it and then start blending it into the outer edge. Like, you need to take your time with dark colors and slowly build it up. Sometimes my eyelids will like be patchy and they won't deposit the color very well. So what you can do is just take some of the color on the tip of the brush and just lightly stamp it in. And don't blend it. And then whatever is left on the brush, I'm just gonna run it through my crease. I'm gonna open my eyes and do it. So when I look straight ahead, there's definition. Okay, I went a little crazy and brought it into the middle of the crease as well, but that's okay because this whole part will be covered with that gold shimmer anyway, so that's fine. We just want to do this so that beautiful transition going on over here. I'm gonna go in with this gold shade. I'm just using a flat packing brush. Take some of the shade and then just swipe it on my eyelid. Oh, this color is so beautiful. Like from the inner corner to the middle, so you can see, and just keep on packing it until you get the desired shimmer effect. I also like to use the shimmer shades to do like a faux cut crease, and so I'm just using the same brush and I'm just gonna swipe that shade into a half cut crease kind of thing, and this is what it looks like. Because this is a little bit messy in the middle, I'm just gonna go in with this burgundy shade brush, and I'm just going to lightly blend it together so it looks more uniform and clean. Go in with this shimmer purple shade, and I'm using a liner smudge brush from Eco Tools, and I'm just gonna pick that up. This is gonna be our lower lash line shadow, and I'm just gonna blend it all the way over. You can go in with the same matte burgundy shade as well, but I just like to use a shimmer to make the eyes more pop. That's it for the eyes, and we'll do the rest of our face now. We're gonna bronze our face. I'm just using the Physicians Formula Butter Collection X Wiley Home, and I think this is just discontinued, but you can still get these bronzer shades. I'm gonna be using the Sunset Bronzer. I'm using this huge fan brush. I'm just gonna coat the brush, put the bronzer above my bake, and then bring it down to the side of my lips, and then gonna start swirling it upwards. And then on the sides of my forehead, I just like to use a huge fan brush to like do bronzer. It gets the job done so quickly and easily, and it looks so beautiful blended out. Just underneath the chin as well. Don't forget the sides of your face. And then whatever left on the brush, I will just go on the sides of my nose very lightly, underneath my nose, on top of my nose, to just give a little bit of contour underneath my lip. Or use this peach blush from the same palette, and I'm just gonna get a little bit and then stamp in the blush above my bronzer on the side and on the temple, and then get some more and start blending it upward. I will also blend it down towards the center of my face, circular motions. Just get a little bit more on my nose, on the tip of my nose, a bit on my chin, my cupid's bow, temple of my forehead. Going in with the detailed liner brush from Eco Tools, I'm gonna use this golden highlighter and highlight the inner corner of my eyes, as well as just taking a little bit more, looking straight ahead, and I'm going to highlight my eyes just where the pupils are on my lid and underneath as well, just to give the eyes a little bit of more pop. You can see that your eyes will be more highlighted. And with this highlighter brush from Morphe, if you know this brush, you know this, going into the same gold shade, and just gonna highlight my cheeks. On the tip of my nose, at the bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, chin, above my brow bone, and don't forget underneath your brows as well. I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop F5 brush, and I'm gonna use this to press the bake in. And then I'm gonna go in with a large fluffy brush and just gonna blend all of my face powders in. Gonna go in with the Dragon Beauty Dragon Heart Transformation Face Powder. If you don't have these powders, you can use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch Setting Powder. Not the loose powder, the compact one, or any pink face powders and yellow face powders. And I'm gonna go in with the pink one first, using the same ColourPop F5 brush, and I'm gonna go in and stamp this underneath my eyes just to make it a little bit even more secure and highlighted. And then gonna go in with the yellow one, and I'm gonna go sides of my face, on the forehead, and then on my bake. And I'm also gonna swirl it a bit so it can be a little bit more softer. You can skip this step, of course. I just like to use these powders a lot, and I like the way it looks on my face. So if you don't have the yellow or the pink powders, you can also just use your most brightening powder. Yeah, I'm gonna set my face with the long lasting setting fixer from Luna, and I'm just gonna spray all over my face. I do not spray my eyes because they get very creasy like this, so I'm just focus on the forehead. Make sure you coat your face in this, because really I use a lot of powders. That's why I like to really make sure that all of the surface area has been targeted by the setting spray. And then we're gonna do the brows. I keep it very simple. I'm just gonna use a brow gel. This is the Gimme. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna fix that. So you don't need to panic. I'm just using another clean spoolie, and I'm just gonna flick it in my brows. That should be good. Okay, so as I was saying, just gonna coat my brows in this and see the difference. Crazy. Sometimes if I'm not feeling lazy, I will go in with the eyebrow pencil, and then I will carve out my brows really nicely, but I just want a quick brow today, so that's why I just did this. And we're gonna tight line our eyes. I go in with white pencil liner and black pencil liner. If you think white is too extreme, use a nude one. Okay, so for black pencil liner, I'm using the Sam EcoSoul Powerproof Super Slim Liner. This is a black one. It's very thin, and I really like this pencil liner to tight line my eyes. And I will just tight line my upper eyelid. See the difference? Immediately makes your lashes look darker. And then I'm also gonna tight line my lower lash line, but I'm only gonna focus the black one in the center of the lash line, like so. I know it looks crazy, but trust the process. The next one is using the white pencil liner. This is from ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Exit. And then this one, I will just generously tight line my lower lash, including above where I placed my black pencil liner. I know it looks crazy, but after mascara and everything, it will look fine. I don't remember if I shared the contacts I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Olens contacts in Nella Ash Olive. Oh, really like them. Next thing, curl your lashes. Also, flip it upside down and curl your bottom lashes. I know it looks scary, and it's a learning curve with this, so try at your own risk. I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Zero Smudge Lengthening Mascara. I'm just gonna coat my lashes once, and that's a very thin layer as well. Your lash as well. And go in with the liquid liner. So choose your favorite liner, and I'm gonna start by putting on the liquid liner, looking straight ahead. I will follow the lash and just draw a wing like that, and then start from the center of my lid, keeping my eyes open in, and just connect at the end. And then just looking down, and filling in the gap. That's how I do my liner most days. They look somewhat even, and that is the goal. So sometimes I have good liner days, sometimes not. So yeah, and now we're gonna go in with the second coat of mascara. Now I'm gonna line my lips. I'm using the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Good and Plenty. So I overlined my lips as well. I'm gonna go in with this Lure liquid lipstick from Jeffree Star in the shade Posh Spice, and I'm just gonna apply this at the bottom of my lip. And you just blend it in. Finally, going in with this nude glowy balm from Etude House. Like so. Of course, use your lip combo. I'm just trying to finish these two products, so that's why I use them, but they look so nice. So this is the final look. I usually do this when I'm like, this is my go-to fail-safe glam look for me. I really love the tones. I really love the makeup. Of course, I will incorporate more steps if I have time, but if I'm in a pinch, this is what I do. And if I'm not talking, I can get this done in like 30 minutes. So also, I just wanted to use the burgundy mauve shade today, but if you don't have this shade, you can use a brown shade like from your bronzer, and it will do the similar job. Yeah. So let me know what is your favorite go-to night out look in the comments below, and if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more makeup content, and I will see you in my next video.